Hey everybody, Malo from Northridge 4x4 here again with my buddy Alan from Diabolical Inc. Today we're going to do a quick install of their Slipstream rear Jeep storage. You don't need to take the top off to do this, but we took it off for this video just to make it easier to watch. We're installing this on a 2016 four-door Jeep Wrangler. This is compatible with Jeeps from 2007 to current. So with that, Alan, what are some of the quick points on this for why would somebody want this and what are the neat features of this product?
Well, what's really cool about this is it's made to go with all the existing Jeep hardware attach points. There's no drilling required. It fits for if you want to run it with the hard top on, hard top off, soft top. Works with every aspect of it from an 07 to the current JKU models, the 4 doors.
Right on. Well then, that sounds awesome. Can't wait to see what this looks like, so let's just dive right in and get this thing installed.
All right.
The tools required for this installation are a 3/8 inch ratchet, a 3/4 inch socket, a 13mm socket, a 7/16 socket, a T40 Torx socket, and a 7/16 open end wrench.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is we're going to want to install the vertical wall, which we use the existing seat bolts. Remove completely this nut on both sides. That'll allow for the bracket that hooks to the vertical wall. So this is our vertical wall. This is what's going to go behind the seat. This is the main structure of the system, along with the individual frames, which I call seat channels. Reason for the seat channel is this is where the removable top will sit on. So you're going to want to make sure that the flat parts are to the inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our individual bolts. They go in from the back side. They're carriage bolts, so there is a square lock as the cutout, and we're going to put 4 bolts in through these flanges, and that's what's going to secure the seat channel onto the vertical wall and give us our strength. Okay, so now that you've got the side seat channels in solid, all 4 bolts on both sides tightened down, we're going to lift it up and we're going to take the rear seat channel, same part, flat piece is going to the inside, and you can see there's a little flange on the end of the seat channels. This just slides right down in on both sides. And then we're going to take a nut and a bolt with a washer, stick it in from the back side, and secure this, and this completes our frame section that we'll then install inside the Jeep. So what we're going to do, just for ease of working from the floor and not inside the Jeep, in and out all the time, we're going to spin it around, and we're going to show you the seat bolt brackets, which is going to hold the vertical wall in place. All it is this bracket here, same hardware, nut bolt washer, and we're going to loosely put these into place right here and snug them up, not all the way tight because we are going to have to make an adjustment when we set it inside the Jeep. Okay, now that we've got the frame, the vertical wall, everything put together, we're going to do a little bit of prep work and set up our brackets, so that way when you set it all in place, it's real easy to attach a bolt. It's easy to do with just one person this way. So I've taken the liberty of taking some tape already, put it on both sides of your tailgate latch bracket, and what you're going to do is you're just going to mark where it's level, and this is just going to be a reference for later when we're tightening everything up. And we're going to loosen these bolts. You're going to take what I call the giraffe bracket. Kind of looks like a giraffe. This is the head. We're going to face it forward, and all we're going to do slide it down just like this. All right, so now that we've got the giraffe bracket installed, we're going to come over to the tailgate hinge side, and what we're going to do is we're going to remove the D-ring bolt right here and apply our vertical bracket to it. Using the exact same bolt. If you want, you can put your D-ring back on. For this purpose, I'm not. And we're going to just put it down in here loosely, and that way we'll tighten it up later after we get the whole vertical wall and the channels installed. All right, now that we've got the giraffe bracket in, the vertical bracket in on the tailgate hinge side, we're going to stick the entire frame system in. So ring it through. You will have to come around your seat belts. It will set down loosely in place, and then we'll attach the hardware and we'll show you that coming up. So now that you've got the vertical wall in place, you're going to take your seat, bolt, nut, and reinstall it. Put it on there loosely. We'll tighten it up as we get a little bit further in. Do that on both sides, and you're pretty much almost home free with having this fully set in. Okay, so now that you've got the whole structure in place, we're gonna put in a couple more bolts. Main one being on the rear seat channel bracket, which is the tall vertical one. So we're gonna take the same nut, same bolt, washer setup, go in through the square hole. The top of the bracket is adjustable, so we can go up and down with it for final adjustment. So we're gonna put it in loosely for now. So just set it in place, and we're gonna leave it loosely just like that. All right, so now on the tailgate latch side with the giraffe bracket, we're gonna raise the C channel up, and there's a hole on the back side here that's gonna pick up, put the nut and washer on. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're gonna prep the wing skins. These are the left and the right wing skin. You can tell that this is the one that goes on the driver's side because this is the cutout for your wire bundle and your tube to come through that hooks to the hardtop. So what we're gonna do is set them out like you're looking at them from the tailgate. Just flip them over both like this. You're going to take the supplied rubber seal and attach it to protect the skin down through here. Okay, so now that you've got them installed, we're going to flip it back over, and we want to cut out where it covers up some of the holes. You can do it with scissors or you can do it with the razor blade. Just get it to where the holes are back open and it's easy to put the bolts through. Okay, so now that you've got the wing skins ready to go with your rubber seal, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add now the fork plates, which are an added security feature. So once these are in place, somebody can't come up to the outside of the skin and try and lift it up to get access to underneath. And what they do is they go in like this, and they're able to grab the bottom side of the factory lip of the outer fender and hold in place. So we're gonna put them loosely in place right now with a nut, washer, and bolt, and then we'll tighten them up a little bit so they're easy to install once we stick the skin on in place. So now that we've got the wing skin set with the fork plates loosely put in place, we're gonna set them in place. Slide it over, drop it in. We're gonna feed the wire bundle and the tube and just set it loosely down in place. Do this on both sides. But one of the cool features that comes along with Slipstream is an additional tie-down bracket for when you have gear that you want to put on top. You don't have to install these if you don't want to, but they do come with it. And they're going to go with the existing holes too. Now, they'll go either left or right. You want to make sure that you have the vertical piece closer to the roll bar, simply because when you're lifting the top up and down, if you have it this way, you might pinch your fingers. So it gives you a little bit of access and a little bit of gap to be able to put your tie downs in. All right, so now we got the skins and the tie down brackets in. What we're gonna do is, just to make sure we get the right height on the final adjustment on the back end, is we're gonna put on the tailgate skin. So the tailgate skin is gonna go on just like this, and it goes around the rubber seal on both sides, and it's got 4 bolts that go in. So we're gonna put those in, and that'll help us look at the adjustment height, so when the tailgate closes, it's a nice tight fit. You want the height to make sure you have about 1/8 of an inch clearance between the bottom of the skin and the top of your tailgate. So close your tailgate slowly, looking for that gap. That's ideal. That way you're not going to scratch the top of your tailgate, and it's a nice, clean, smooth closing of the tailgate. So now we're going to install the removable top. So we're going to set this in place. Up and in like that. And then we're going to use these 4 pins to stick in all 4 corners.
All right, Alan, this looks amazing. It's super clean install. It fit in real nice. What kind of security are we looking at for this, something like this?
Well, what's really nice is with the fork plates installed, you can't get access to peeling up the side corners to get into it because of these bolts and the fork plate underneath. It pretty much encloses everything. The back seats come right up against it. You still have that little bit of an angle that you can put soft stuff, gear behind the seats, but it pretty much comes up extremely tight up against the seats. With this completely closed out and the 4 quick release pins in place, the only access to it is through the tailgate.
How strong is this? Like if I were to pry on this, how much weight can this hold, or if I'm knocking on this, how strong is it? Holy cow, I can't believe I'm standing on this. This is pretty good. I mean, I guess we could say it at least holds, you know, at least 175 pounds, but this is pretty impressive. I mean,
I like to build things a little bit stronger than that, so
oh,
let's make it well over 350 pounds. Well, that's why Slipstream is made from Diabolical Inc. It's made with aviation technology and a background that goes behind it in the design and features in it.
well, Alan, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for coming out here and helping us with this install. This was amazing. For more information on this product, check out our website at northridge4x4.com. I'm Malo. This is my buddy Alan from Diabolical Inc. And thanks for watching. Oh, crap.
All right, here, hang on.